Happy Easter, everybody. Hope you're well. I'm going to send this out tonight, Sunday. Actually, no, it's Saturday night, so it's Easter Sunday tomorrow. Diet and nutrition. I wanted to talk to you guys about what you're doing under lockdown. So, some of us are getting out regularly. I can see from Strava. Some of you are getting out and doing running. I can see, obviously, from feedback via text, WhatsApp, etc., that people are active, and I can see how many people are watching the videos on YouTube. The reason I put them on YouTube is so I can see the viewing rate to see how effective they are. So I can see a number of you are doing the workouts. Average 30 people are doing the workouts, and there's 90 on the group. Sorry, excuse this t-shirt, it's huge. And my hair's a bit of a mess. I've just got in from a cheeky 3-mile run through the woods. Anyhow, I, over the last, we're in 3 weeks now, have lost 5 pounds. The reason I've lost 5 pounds is because I am watching what I'm eating, and I am trying to be as active as possible. I'm probably more active now because we're in lockdown than I was when I was working. I'm trying to run every other day. I'm trying to do a turbo session every other day because firstly, we've got no run club. Secondly, we've got no spin. So I'm trying to replicate those two things. So I'm looking at my calorie expenditure, what I'm burning off, and working out what I'm taking in, which is what you need to do. Okay, so I'm not saying you need to lose weight, but particularly tomorrow is Easter Sunday. So what do we do on Easter? We eat chocolate. We might do a roast dinner. We might just indulge in a little bit of stuff that we don't need. Ask yourself if you need those things. They're a treat. Do you need them? Okay, that's rule number one. Don't get to the end of this lockdown like somebody else said to me and say, I've put on half a stone, hopefully no more than that. Work out what you're doing every day. Food isn't food. That's the first thing you've got to get in your head. Food is not food. It's not there for a treat. Once it's past here, you can't smell it, you can't taste it, you can't see it, you have no reference to it being chocolate, cake, beer, whatever it is. Okay, once it's past here, it is calories, and calories are either going to be burnt as fuel, or if you can't burn them as fuel, they're going to turn to fat. Same as protein. If you eat too much protein, it turns to fat. Too much carbohydrate turns to fat. Too much sugar turns to fat. Too much alcohol turns to fat. Don't eat things or consume things that you don't need if you can't burn them off, okay? It's not rocket science. It requires discipline. Be active. Work out what you're doing every day. Most of you have got heart rate monitors. You'll know how many calories you're burning per day. If you have a really lazy day, then eat to replicate that lazy day, okay? If I get up in the morning at 9 o'clock, go downstairs, eat breakfast. This morning I had a bagel with some honey. Then I've been out in the garden digging all day. I had an apple, a couple of sausage rolls, a cup of tea, just snacky stuff throughout the day. Just got back from a walk with the girls and a run, and we're going to have, I think, burgers or something tonight. So something quite high calorie in that. But I've probably only taken in 1600 calories today, okay? And I've burnt off about 2000, so I'm in 500 deficit of that. That's okay. If I feel lethargic and tired, I might have a beer with it and bulk that up by a couple of hundred calories, okay? You can't afford to eat what I'm eating if you're sitting around all day wondering what to do. I'm not saying you are, but work out your calories. Work out what you're eating. Don't eat something and have no idea what calorific benefit that has to you, okay? If you're eating stuff or drinking stuff because you're bored, biscuits, crisps, chocolate, oh, it's there, have a word with yourself. It doesn't need to be in the cupboards. You buy it, you eat it, you pay the consequences. It sounds harsh. 3 weeks already we're potentially looking at, who knows, 6 weeks. So if you've put on 4 pounds in the last 3 weeks, it's going to be a stone by the time you get to the end of this, or more, okay? Have a serious word with yourself. Think about what you're eating. Little and often. Eat 6 times a day. Snacky, snacky, snacky. Graze, 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 graze. Eat carbs. If you're vegan or vegetarian or whatever, that's fine. Don't eat meat, but eat moderately the right things. Don't let all your training go to waste, okay? Write down what you're doing every day. If you're concerned, text me every day with what calories you're eating. I've got 4 of you doing that. You're telling me every day what you're doing. That's accountability to me. I'm happy to do that for any of you, okay? That's 5 minutes. I love you all. Please, please, please Be sensible. All right. Have a great Easter. Take care. See you soon.